Hi, pipe smokers. This is Paul the Pipe Guy, live from the outskirts of Rochester, New York. Yeah, this is the Paul Gilson channel. And it's kind of late. It's actually 10:39, 39 minutes past the hour. In the outskirts of Rochester, New York. Yeah, Eastern Standard Time. And wasn't going to do a video tonight, but I don't know. It's Thursday, so we're going to set on fire. Oh, and it is September 15th, 2022. And I know that because my Pipes and Cigars calendar tells me that it's that day. Yeah. So I kind of got this hat on backwards. My son was in the United States Marine Corps, and he did so well at Parris Island that a very high-ranking officer took his hat off to him and gave it to him, and he gave it to me. So probably shouldn't wear it backwards. A lot of stuff going on. So I got this beautiful candle here lit up. And let's just set something on fire. We've got actually an apple shaped bowl. This is a Kay Woody Model 500, which I got from eBay quite a while ago. Unbelievable. It's apple shaped. The Model 500 and the Model 600 was supposed to be an entry level Kay Woody, and they were made between 1957 and 1969. So I have no idea, but it's a beautiful apple shape. And the bowl number is, unprepared as usual. Bowl number is 09B. And in it, we have some RPG number 7, my own blend. And I actually mixed this stuff up back on 2/23 of 2022 is when I mixed it and jarred it and so forth. And I will tell you this, it's 75% Latakia. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say. And it's called RPG number 7. It's my own blend. Yeah. And it has 2 other tobaccos in it, and I'm not going to tell you about that. So let's just set it on fire. Look at the beautiful briar. Now, the Model 500 and the Model 600 Kay Woodies were originally entry-level Kay Woodies, but they ran out of the regular briar, so they had to use premium briar. This has no factory fills. It is gorgeous. And it was made somewhere between 1957 and 1969. Just beautiful. And we have some RPG number 7 in it, and we're going to light it on fire right now. Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to turn my hat backwards. Oh, this is so good. Oh my gosh. Let's tamper down. That tamper was given to me by Mark Mark Hill from the UK. Yeah. Thank you, Mark. Got our char light down there. Oh, yeah. Haven't heard from you much, Mark. What's going on? Oh, this is so good. %75 Cyprian Latakia. And that's all I'm going to share with you. So this evening, I'm looking at the temperature, and all of a sudden it got down to 48 degrees Fahrenheit. A little chilly. 48 degrees Fahrenheit, for those of you in the UK, is only 16 degrees above freezing. So I was like, oh, you know, I've had plants out there, and actually I have a bunch of cactuses and so forth for my grandkids. They've been sitting out there all summer, but I'm like, oh, they can't be out there in like 46 or 48 degree Fahrenheit weather. Plus a lemon tree. So I brought them all in. Oh, this is so good. Out of a great pipe. Yeah, I brought that one in. And then we have, oh God, they're still cold. We have that cactus right there. We have this cactus right here. All right. We have this cactus right here. And then there's another one. And, you know, they're all for my grandkids, you know. We'll be right back. Paul the Pipe Guy will be back in 1 nanosecond. Yeah. All right, Paul the Pipe Guy's back. So, this summer, you know, has been a summer, you know, and I've done a lot of, you know, music videos and stuff like that and so forth. Now it's starting to get colder. It's fall, and we're going to settle into like pipe videos. One thing I did this summer, I belong to like a Facebook group where it's like a Rochester lookout for your neighbor type of thing. People post things and stuff like that. And a few months ago, one lady in her, I would say late 60s, posted something that she needed some tools sharpened, some garden tools. And I love to work with my hands. Yeah. So I responded. I says, I can do that. I work with sheet metal, you know. So she comes over and she had like, I think it was 4 different garden tools, a couple shovels and so forth, and digging things. And she says, you can sharpen these for me? I says, yeah. She says, how much? I says, nothing. You know, she's like, no, I gotta pay you. This says, nah, we'll work it out. All right. And so I took her garden tools and sharpened them up nice, and actually rehabbed them. I won't really get into it. I basically restored them. She was an older woman and had owned these garden tools for 40 years, so I know how to restore stuff. Oh, this RPG number 7 is so good. So she came to pick him up early summer, and she says, how much do I owe you? And I says, hey, nothing. And she was like, oh my gosh, I gotta give you something. I says, no, you don't have to give me anything, just pay it forward. I love doing that kind of stuff. So she has a bunch of friends. And she told them what a good job I did. On sharpening up and actually restoring these garden tools made in the USA. So now I have a bunch of older women that are calling me saying, hey, you did a great job for so-and-so. Can you help me out? Mm-hmm. I was like, yeah, I can. So early this evening, one of my first customer's friends, and what I did for her, I probably could have charged about $200 for. But I didn't. I just, I want to help my neighbors out, and this is a neighborhood type of Facebook thing that I'm in. And so this woman contacts me, and she's like, I'm a friend of so-and-so's, and you did a great job on her tools. Can you help me out? And I was like, yeah, bring them on over. Well, I get like 5 shovels, 3 loppers. I mean, the list goes on. A couple of hatchets, and she says, so-and-so was really, really happy on the job that you did. Now I'm a perfectionist. I have a German, I'm of German descent. So when I do something, and I'm not picking on anybody else, when I do something, it's done right. This lady brings me 9 garden tools. Oh, here's some of my tools, and here's some of my friends. You've done so well, for so and so. And she referred you. I was like, all right, yeah, I can do all that. So, this was one of them. This is a made in the USA hatchet. It's a what the hell is it? I don't know what it is. but it's made in the USA. These older ladies are bringing me all these old school, made in the USA shovels and hatchets and saws and loppers and all of this stuff. And so I got 9 tools, and I was like, all right, I'll take care of it, you know. So I love to do that. And I'm not going to charge them. I mean, the 9 tools that I got this evening, I could probably charge $400 to sharpen them up and everything. Now that hatchet right there, all right, somebody had sharpened it before. It was like a mess. Let's just put it that way. So what I did is I lightly took my grinder and went over it, and then spent 2 hours, all right, hand doing this, and I'm still not done with this. I don't know. It is what it is. And of course, this woman's going to want to pay me for her and her friend and so forth, but I'm not going to take nothing. These are women in their late 60s to mid 70s whose husbands aren't around anymore to do this stuff for them. And so now they're all coming to me, and it's like, all right, I'll take care of it. I'll do a good job. And they're going to want to pay me. And I'm not going to take a dime. Yeah. I'm going to tell them, just pass it forward. If you know, if there's somebody else in this country that's in need, then just, you know, pay it forward, you know. Pay it forward. I don't want nothing for... I love doing this kind of stuff. That made in the USA hatchet right there, all right, I spent 3 hours on, and I'm still not done with it. Somebody had tried to sharpen it, and they messed up the edge, and I won't even get into it. You pipers that understand how to sharpen tools understand what I'm saying. I mean, I won't even get into it. Most of that stuff was hand done. But when I'm done with these tools, you'll be able to shave your face with them. Yeah. I don't know. And it's all for free. Mm-hmm. A lot of people have helped me out in the past, and when my father passed away, my mother lived 2,000 miles away from me. I couldn't just go out there and take care of things, you know. And her younger neighbors, she was like 73 when my dad passed away. They took turns taking care of my mom's stuff, and then she finally learned how to do some stuff on her own. So I think it's fair that I pass that torch down. Anyways, we'll be right back in a nanosecond. All right, so we're back, and I've switched from the Model 500 K-Woody to a cigarette. Yeah. And of course, we have a Busch beer here. But my point I want to get across, yes, is that I'm part of this neighborhood thing on Facebook. Uh, I think it's important that we take care of each other. I really do, and we don't charge each other. I mean, you know, these this lady brought over a boatload of tools, like 9 tools that needed to be sharpened and cleaned and oiled and stuff like that. I like working out my little shop. And my mother always told me, and she's still doing well at 76, she says, true love is doing something for someone else that they can't do for themselves. So now I have a bunch of widows want me to sharpen their garden tools, and I'm okay with that. Call me crazy. I mean, if this woman brought 9 of these tools, shovels and loppers and hedge cutters and hatchets and stuff over, they'd charge her like $400 or $500 to sharpen and clean them all up. I'm going to do it for nothing. I think it's important that if you have a talent and your neighbor is in need, you take care of them. I guess that's what this video is about, you know. Little RPG number 7 and taking care of your neighbors, you know. Anyways, I'm Paul the Pipe Guy. I'm tired. It's 11 o'clock. I'm going to bed. Over and out.